2021 Honda Accord vs Hyundai Sonata vs Subaru Legacy comparison test. Can either of the brand new midsize sedans dethrone our perennial test-winning Honda? This ain't the 1990s. From the lowliest Versa to the mightiest Huracan, there isn't a set of genuinely bad wheels to be found on new car lots today. The entire midsize sedan segment is evidence of this. There are no fright pigs. It's one of the better places to spend your hard-earned bucks, and daily miles. That's what makes such a comparison test so difficult. The losers aren't really that loser-ish at all. Even bottom-of-the-pack finishers will shuttle you and your family around town for the next 150,000 miles without major hiccups. Which brings us to the candidates in this three-way comparison test: the 2021 Honda Accord, Hyundai Sonata, and Subaru Legacy. For the 99 percentile use case, put those suckers on a dartboard and throw that pin. Your results won't vary all that much. Often, it comes down to personal preference. Buy the car you love. But for those of you on the fence, we're here to help. We know your time is valuable, so for you TLDR folks out there, the winner of this comparison test is the Accord, straight up. But there are many reasons why you might prefer either the Sonata or Legacy instead. And that's why you should keep reading. You see, our favorite workaday midsize sedans don't carry top marks in every category. Some aren't even exemplary in a singular aspect, but instead are the jack of all trades, master of, some. How much do they cost? With the crown comes pole position, the Honda is up first. As the 10th Gen Accord enters its fourth model year, it shows nary a wrinkle or a gray hair, especially as 2021 brought the Accord a very, very minor refresh in the form of tweaked front grille, updated wheel designs, and brighter LED headlights, along with some shuffled trim and a discontinued manual transmission option. As we've driven, and praised, this Accord generation since day one of the 2018 model year, we knew what to expect from this perennial stunner, equipped here in the $32,285 XL configuration. The same cannot be said for the 2021 Subaru Legacy. Although it shares visual homogeneity with the prior generation, Subaru's midsizer was redesigned for 2020, marking the nameplate's long-awaited shift to the rather excellent Subaru Global Platform, SGP, that now underpins every single US-bound product to wear the Pleiades on its snout, except the new 2022 BRZ. So, old looks, new bones. Our tester Legacy arrived in limited spec with a $30,820 price tag. Hyundai took a different approach to the new for 2020 Sonata. Packing a visual wallop on par with the sleekest of Audis, the new Sonata is a statement piece from a brand increasingly concerned with standing out from the pack. This wasn't a half-baked carryover job, either. Attention to detail on the Sonata is, mostly, impressive. With this much work levied onto the Sonata and sister Kia K5, the Koreans appear to be doubling down on the traditional sedan even as their competition distances itself with resources funneled primarily to crossover SUV offerings. Our Sonata SEL Plus stickered out at $32,050 after everything was tallied up. Design. Plain and plain weird. As with most statement pieces in art, film, music, or fashion, taste is subjective. The Sonata's dramatic profile and neato extended headlight arcs drew adulation from the judges, while its fish-mouth grille had us reaching for bleach to spray into our eyes. Although I think the front end of the Sonata brings cool design features, the big, blobby grille kinda kills it for me, Motor Trend en Español editor Miguel Cortina said. Associate editor Eleanor Segura was less polite. The more I stare at that front end, the more I cringe. Hey, at least there's something to look at on the Sonata, unlike the Legacy's tepid bathwater tableau of the modern midsize sedan. It's not a bad-looking car, nor is it handsome. It commits the ultimate sin of blandness. It's not a particularly attractive car, executive editor Mac Morrison said. It looks like a modern Oldsmobile. The entire front end looks really high, disjointed in its design, front to rear. Stylistically, the Accord shoots right down the middle. The tapered liftback style rear end and aquiline front end is a stylish-ish package, and it's significantly nicer to look at than the frumpy Legacy and less polarizing than the Hyundai. The modern steel metallic paint on our tester did little to accentuate the Accord's sharper profile features, but we vastly prefer Honda's reserved look to the transformer-tastic angles of its compact Civic sibling.